Hello and welcome to SD classes. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sushen Dhali and now I am working as an PGT Physics at Odisha Adarsh Vidyalaya Raighar. So students, today we are going to learn about a very interesting topic called electrostatic potential. So before going to the topic, let me introduce to the content part. So this is the content part. So in the content part, you can see, first of all, we are going to introduce the chapter. Then we will discuss what is electropotential energy is. Then we will show electrostatic forces are conservative force. Then we will discuss the electrostatic potential. And then we are going to deduce some expression for electrostatic potential for a point charge, then group of charge, then here electric dipole. Okay. Then we will discuss the equipotential surface, and then we will deduce a relation between electric field intensity and electric potential. Then we are going to find the expression for electrostatic potential energy for a 2-point charge system and then for n-point charge system. At the end, we are going to find potential energy when we place a single point charge, a system of 2 charge and an electric dipole in an external field. So we are going to put them in the external field and we are going to deduce the potential energy for the system. Okay. So the whole content will be divided into several videos and I will name them LT1, LT2, LT3, etc. I hope you watch them, you understand them, you enjoy them. Thank you. Welcome to lecture number 1. Here we will study the introduction to the chapter number 2. Then we will learn the definition of electrostatic potential energy and electrostatic potential. Then we are going to show that electrostatic force is conservative force. Okay. So now the introduction part. In class 11th we have learned that potential energy is equal to work done by an external force to move an object from one place to another place against the conservative force. Okay, let me remind you by this diagram. You can see the box A is attached to a spring here, right? So if you apply an external force to the box A, then it can be moved to point A to point B. So the dr is the displacement due to the external force applied to the box, and the external force is against the spring force that is due to the spring. Okay, so the work done can be written as work done is equal to work done to move the object from A to B is integration A to B F external dot dr, that means force into displacement. So this is the potential energy stored at B. Okay, now suppose you remove this external force. After reaching to the point B, you remove the external force. What will happen? The stored potential energy now convert to kinetic energy. How? Because the spring force will now drag the box towards the left direction. That means it is gaining some kinetic energy. So in a system where the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy remain constant is called your conservative system. So this is conservative system. Okay, conservative system. So the force which enables this conservative system is called your conservative force. So here your spring force is called your conservative force. So what we are doing, we are doing work against this conservative force, and this work is stored in place of B in the form of potential energy. Next, we will study the electrostatic potential energy difference. Okay, so the same thing will be applied to the electrostatic field. Okay, So what is the definition says? The potential energy difference is the work done by the external force to bring the charge from one point R to another point P with uniform speed against electrostatic force. So we will study about it. Suppose you have a source charge plus Q here at the origin, okay, and you want to bring, so let me show it by red color. So you want to bring a plus Q charge from this R point to P point. So suppose this is the displacement dr and you have applied an external force Ext, okay, against the repulsive force between capital plus Q and minus plus your small plus Q. So this will be repulsive force Fe, and they are opposite of each other, you can see that, right? So the work done to bring the charge from R to P is equal to integration R to P F external dot your dr is the displacement. This will be equal to negative of Fe dot dr. Why negative? Because your external force, this external force and this electrostatic force are opposite of each other. So if I take this one as in positive, so I have to take the other one as a negative. Okay, so this is the potential energy difference between point R and P. Okay, suppose at R the potential energy is UR and at P the potential energy is UP. Then what is the potential energy difference? That is delta U is equal to UP minus UR. So this is the work done to bring the charge from one place to another place. Okay, this is in the form of definition here we have, right? The potential energy difference, that is delta U, is the work done by the external force to bring the charge from point R to P, another point P, with uniform speed. That means what we are going to do, we are going to bring this charge with an uniform speed, that means without acceleration, against the electrostatic force, against this force. Okay, now electrostatic potential energy at a point P. Okay, suppose you want to bring a plus Q charge from infinity to a point P. Now the work done to bring the charge from infinity to P is equal to the potential difference between potential energy difference between P point and infinity point, right? UP minus U infinity. So this is equal to 0. Why this one is 0? Because at infinity we don't have any electric field. So in the absence of electric field, the electrostatic potential energy is 0. So we can say UP is equal to W infinity P. Okay, so we can define that the potential energy at a point due to a source charge is the work done to bring the charge from infinity to that point P without acceleration. Next we have some notes. These are the points that we should consider while bringing the plus Q charge. Okay, so first of all, when the plus Q charge is brought from infinity to any point, the path is not important. That means whatever path you can take, the path is not important. Okay, the only important point is the initial point and the final point. Next is the test charge plus Q should not disturb your source charge. Okay, that means the value of plus Q, small plus Q charge, is very small as compared to the capital plus Q charge. Next is the test charge should be brought very slowly with uniform speed, that means without acceleration. And the next fact is the external force that we are applying should be slightly greater than the electrostatic force, that is repulsive force, and such that the test charge can be moved uniformly. Okay, so these are the points which should be taken care of while bringing the test charge to a point where you are going to find out the potential energy. Well, now electrostatic potential difference. Okay, sometimes we call it simply potential difference or voltage difference. Okay, so now you can see here is a definition: electrostatic potential difference between 2 points A and B. So between these 2 points we are going to find out the potential energy, and these are placed in an external electric field. Okay, so this A point and B point is the amount of work done to carry a unit charge plus Q charge from A to B, and it does not depend upon any path. It can be taken through any path. Okay, so this is the definition. So suppose you are bringing a charge from A to B, then the work done to bring the charge per unit charge equal to your VB minus BA. So this is your potential and potential difference. Okay, so what is potential difference? So potential difference is the work done to bring a unit charge from point A to point B through any path against the electrostatic force, or we can say inside an electric field. Okay, so this delta V, you can see we are going to discuss the unit of the delta V, that is the potential difference. You can see SI unit. You can see this delta V is equal to work by charge. So work should be in joule and charge should be in coulomb, or sometime it is Newton meter per coulomb, because joule can be written as Newton meter, or simply we can say it is volt, denoted by your capital V. So this is the unit of the potential difference. Okay, next we are going to find potential at a point. Okay, so now you are going to find the electric potential or the voltage at a particular point. Okay, so what we have to done is we have to bring a unit charge from infinity to a point where you are going to find out the potential, right? Suppose this point is B. Okay, B. So as for definitions, what we say that the work done to bring the charge from infinity to the point B with respect to the unit charge is equal to your VB minus V infinity. The potential at infinity is 0. Why? Because at infinity we considered that there is no electric field. So in the absence of electric field, the potential is 0. Okay, so we can say VB is equal to work done to bring the charge from infinity to per unit charge. Okay, this is your potential at a point B. So this is the definition. So what is electrostatic potential? We can call this electric potential or voltage is the defined as work done to bring an unit charge from infinity to a point inside electric field without any acceleration. That means we brought the plus Q charge from infinity to the point B without acceleration. That means with uniform speed and against the electric field. Okay, we are bringing it against the electric field. Now we will show that the electrostatic force is conservative in nature. Well, you can see, suppose we have a point A here and B another point. Okay, and we have a electric field around it. Okay, we have electric field around it. That means A and B points are placed inside an unknown electric field, uniform electric field. Okay, so bringing a charge plus Q charge from here to here, A to B first case, and then B to A. That means you are carrying the charge and forming a loop. Okay, so you are carrying the charge through a loop, A to B and then B to A. So the work done will be, while bringing the charge from A to B, is your per unit charge will be equal to VB minus VA, and the work done to bring the charge from B to A, okay, the second loop, is your per unit charge will be VA minus VB. So the total work done to carry the charge through the loop is WAB per unit charge plus WBA per unit charge, that is VB minus BA plus BA minus VB. So VB VB cancel, VA VA cancel, that equal to 0. So you can see here the work done is 0. Okay, due to this fact we can say that the electrostatic force is conserved. Okay, work done is 0, that means the electric field is 0. That means we can say mathematically we can say closed loop E dot dl, that means electric field over a closed loop is equal to 0. This shows that the electric force is conservative in nature. Then I have a question here. You can see the question that potential difference is given and the charge is also given. You have to find out the work done to carry the charge from one place to the another place. This is the end of lecture 1 video. I hope you have understood it. You can find answer of this question and notes of LT1 in the description below. Please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in next video. Till then, bye bye.